Ruth, thank you for sharing with our young people and also with all of us this morning. So thank you so much. So we are going to join in this little creed. Again, the words are on your screen. And please join with me in the bolder print. Our God is the God of the deepest depths. Our God is the God of the highest heights. Look for a sign from the Lord your God. A woman with child shall give birth to a son. Let his name be Emmanuel. Let his name be God is with us. May he lead us to know how to refuse all evil. May he guide us to know how to choose the good. We're going to have a reading now, and Pamela is going to bring that reading to us this morning from Luke chapter 1, because we're going to look at the situation and the life of Zechariah and Elizabeth and the situation that they find themselves. But I'm going to hand over to Pamela now to read that passage for us.
The reading this morning is taken from Luke chapter 1, verses 1 to 25. Dear Theophilus, many people have done their best to write a report of the things that have taken place among us. They wrote what we have been told by those who saw these things from the beginning and who proclaimed the message. And so, Your Excellency, because I have carefully studied all these matters from their beginning, I thought it would be good to write an orderly account for you. I do this so that you will know the full truth about everything which you have been taught. During the time when Herod was king of Judea, there was a priest named Zechariah who belonged to the priestly order of Abijah. His wife's name was Elizabeth. She also belonged to a priestly family. They both lived good lives in God's sight and obeyed fully all the Lord's laws and commands. They had no children because Elizabeth could not have any, and she and Zechariah were both very old. One day, Zechariah was doing his work as a priest in the temple, taking his turn in the daily service. According to the custom followed by the priests, he was chosen by lot to burn incense on the altar. So he went into the temple of the Lord, while the crowd of people outside prayed, during the hour when the incense was burned. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him, standing at the right side of the altar, where the incense was burned. When Zacharias saw him, he was alarmed and felt afraid. But the angel said to him, "Don't be afraid, Zechariah. God has heard your prayer, and your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son. You are to name him John. How glad and happy you will be, and how happy many others will be when he is born. He will be a great man in the Lord's sight. He must not drink any wine or strong drink. From his very birth, he will be filled with the Holy Spirit. And he will bring back many of the people of Israel to the Lord their God. He will go ahead of the Lord, strong and mighty, like the prophet Elijah. He will bring fathers and children together again. He will turn disobedient people back to the way of thinking of the righteous. He will get the Lord's people ready for him." Zechariah said to the angel, "How shall I know if this is so? I am an old man, and my wife is old also." "I am Gabriel," the angel answered. "I stand in the presence of God, who sent me to speak to you and tell you this good news. But you have not believed my message, which will come true at the right time. Because you have not believed, you will be unable to speak. You will remain silent until the day my promise to you comes true." In the meantime, the people were waiting for Zechariah and wondering why he was spending such a long time in the temple. When he came out, he could not speak to them, and so they knew that he had seen a vision in the temple. Unable to say a word, he made signs to them with his hands. When his period of service in the temple was over, Zechariah went back home. Some time later, his wife Elizabeth became pregnant, and did not leave the house for 5 months. "Now at last the Lord has helped me," she said. "He has taken away my public disgrace."